Of all the things we've talked about and are going to talk about, nothing is more important than understanding the habits needed for success. What's the main thing for living a good life? It's not just about setting goals or managing time better or becoming a great leader. Every day, in many ways, we try to improve ourselves by learning new things. We spend our lives gathering knowledge from classrooms, books, and experiences. But if knowledge is so important, why do we sometimes fail to reach our goals? Why, despite all we know and all we've been through, do we sometimes feel lost, settling for a life that's just okay instead of one that's truly fulfilling? There could be many reasons for this, and everyone might have their own ideas about it. While there might be many reasons for this issue, the main one is the lack of discipline using what we know. That's the important word, discipline. Self-discipline. Let's add one more word here, consistent. Consistent self-discipline. It doesn't matter how smart you are or how much you know if you don't use it. It doesn't matter if you graduated top of your class if you're in a low-paying job. It doesn't matter if you attended every seminar in town if you don't apply what you learned. Applying knowledge is better than just having it. And once we apply what we know, we need to look at the results, refine our approach, and try again. Through this process of trying, observing, refining, and trying again, our knowledge will eventually lead to good results, impressive results. And as we see the joy and results of our efforts, we keep applying, learning, and observing, fueling our ambition with the positive reinforcement of ongoing progress. Before long, we'll notice that we're caught up in a cycle of achievement, steadily rising towards success. Experiencing this total journey leads to a life of victory over challenges, monotony, and average outcomes. However, for this whole process to benefit us, we must first become experts in discipline, self-discipline, and consistent self-discipline. It requires consistent self-discipline to master setting goals, managing time, leading others, and navigating relationships. Without making consistent self-discipline a part of our daily routine, the results we desire will be inconsistent and difficult to attain. Consistently managing our time effectively requires effort, or else we'll feel consistently frustrated. If we don't, others with stronger demands will consume our time. It requires discipline to overcome the persistent doubts in our minds, such as fear of failure, success, poverty, or heartbreak. It takes discipline to persist in the face of self-doubt and the possibility of failure. Discipline is needed to acknowledge our mistakes and recognize our limitations. The human ego speaks to all of us, sometimes urging us to overstate our worth beyond our actual accomplishments, leading us to exaggerate and be less than completely honest. It requires discipline to always be honest, both with ourselves and with others. Remember, every time we stretch the truth, once others find out, it damages our credibility and makes everything we say and do questionable. Once a colleague in business realizes that we have a habit of exaggerating, what do you think happens? They'll always assume we're exaggerating, and they won't see us in the same way again. Never. The inclination to exaggerate, twist, or even hide the truth is something we all have from a young age. Remember when Johnny said, "I didn't do it, I didn't do it"? Well, perhaps Johnny wasn't entirely innocent, but he might have had something to do with it. And this habit continues into adulthood. We exaggerate the benefits of a product to make a sale, inflate our net worth to impress old friends, or embellish how close we are to closing a deal to impress the boss. Overcoming this tendency requires a consistent and disciplined effort. Changing a habit takes discipline because habits form gradually, bit by bit, every single day. Once habits are established, they become as strong as a thick cable, nearly unbreakable instincts that only long-term disciplined action can alter. We need to unravel each strand of our habit cable carefully and gradually until it's no longer a strong bond, but just scattered bits of wire. Replacing an undesirable habit with a more desirable one requires consistently applying the new discipline. Planning, executing the plan, objectively assessing the results, and being willing to change the plan or execution method if needed all require discipline. Being strong in the face of other people's opinions requires discipline. We need discipline to consider the worth of someone else's opinion, especially when we're tempted to believe we know everything. Applying discipline in every aspect of our lives can reveal amazing discoveries and reveal new chances for success.